Today on Challenge to Build, this body gets put on this frame to finally make it look like a truck again. Hello everyone, welcome to Challenge to Build. My name is Paul Michael, and for the past couple hours I've been kind of getting things ready to go to drop the body, which is my 1959 Chevy Viking 60 series pickup truck, onto the full custom chassis that I've been building over the last, I think, year and a half on this channel periodically. This is kind of an exciting day to finally be able to put the body back on. And since the last time that I've had the body on, I think it's almost been about a year since I've had it on the frame. A lot has been done to this thing to get to this point. The inner web or the inner framework was something that was not even a thought in my mind until I continued going through the build process. So the internal structure of this is completely new. I have actually lowered this thing approximately about another inch since the last time I had the body on as well. I did drop shackles in the front, and then I had to radius out the inner fenders for the bed, which allowed me to drop the rear down even lower. So this is kind of a big moment for me to actually see the payoff for some of the work that's been done to this thing over the last year. So it's going to be something even new for me to see, as it is for you. So I have moved the frame over. I completely crammed in this side of my garage to make room to get the truck out. I have my lawnmower in here. We're going to use this as like a little tow truck to pull out the bed, or pull out the truck cab. We're going to pull the truck cab out and then hoist it up, which will then allow me to move the frame out underneath and then drop the body back on. So that is the premise for this episode and this video. I am going to get to work and enjoy the episode. You never know when you're going to need a piece of 1/2 inch by 6 finished trim as a board, right? Shh, don't tell my wife. I don't know if you can, well, I know you can't see it, but this is super tight over here. I got to get the truck over that way a couple inches, hopefully. So the problem I'm having, obviously these tires are old Harbor Freight 10-inch pneumatics, and they're probably 4 or 5 years old, and they are completely dry rotted and not even a chance to hold air. So as obviously I come out here and it's starting to dig in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hoist, I'll hook it up to my table, and I'll lift up the table and be able to finish pulling it out. At least that's my plan. Normally I would have my boys helping me do this, but they are not here today, so I am flying solo today. Me doing all this would be similar, I don't know, my audience probably knows my reference on this, but Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, when Wayne Szalinski's on his contraption in his backyard. She goes, "Ronald, that man over there is flying." Or I think her name was Gloria. I'm dating myself here. That's probably what my neighbors think when I'm out here doing this. "Donald, that man over there is hooking his truck up to the hoist again." All right, so this is either gonna go really good or really bad. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. All right, well, we safely got the truck outside. That was actually a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. It's not quite center, but there's not much I can do with that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rig it up and hoist this thing off the table and put the table back into the garage where it was. And actually, now that I'll have the truck off of the table, I will get new casters for it and repair my table. So that is what's happening next. I have an idea. How about we take a Caterpillar 3116 and put it in a 1959 Chevy Viking pickup truck. Oh wait, but before we do that, let's completely custom build a chassis for it. And then let's try to get it as low as possible. You're going to have to modify the front axle. I didn't know that at the first, when I first started this project. You're going to have to rebuild the truck frame about 7 times. Maybe 8. I lost count. Oh wait, and then when you go to put the body back on, it's not going to fit. But it still looks cool. Ay, ay, ay. And had I known all this before I started this project, I don't think I would have changed any part of it, because I absolutely love this thing. This thing is so badass. It even, don't worry, it's not tweaking the body. I've already done that a few episodes ago, but I have it blocked up on the body mounts. It's sitting on the rear body mounts, and I got wood blocks under the mid mounts, and then I got blocks of wood under the forward mounts. So it's not going to go like this. But yeah, I wouldn't change any one bit of this process. The problem I'm having now with this is because I went for the lowest possible position, and I wanted this truck to be as low as I could. The rear spring perches, I got drop shackles for them, and now I'll bring the camera over and I'll show you what the issue is. It's not like I have any more sheet metal work to do on this thing anyway, so I might as well just cut it all out and start over again anyway. So give me 1 second. So here is the shackle. For this truck, I'm running a monoleaf with shackles and then 1 airbag, because this has a drop I-beam solid front axle in it. It does not have independent front suspension. I chose to go with the solid I-beam axle because of how much weight was up in the front. We probably could have did an independent front suspension to handle the weight, but here we are with it, so it's besides the point now. So that's how my suspension is working. Now that I opted for the drop shackle, the shackle hits the floor pan right here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut out the floor pan and then modify the floor pan slash firewall to incorporate, I guess, a steeper angle to get around that. So like, I wasn't really kidding when I said I was going to cut it all out anyway. So I'll just have to cut more sheet metal out and modify the floor pan and the firewall to get around the shackles on both sides. And I'll have to cut back quite a bit so that way the suspension, this is at the lowest point, but I still want to have enough room so that way if it was to bottom out or something like that, it won't hit the cab. That I want to do in the upcoming episodes anyway is these inner fender wells have been cut out way too far anyway. So I'm either going to custom make new inner fender wells, I'm either going to buy factory 55 inner fender wells and then modify them closer to the frame, or I'll just add in sheet metal to what's already here once I get the body back down. So that is what's going on with the frame and the suspension. And it's all in the hunt of low. We want to be low. So that's what I have to deal with there. But there's the chassis and what the chassis looks like down underneath the truck. And I don't know about you, even though it's crooked as hell, and all goofy, or cattywampus, as I like to say, that truck is going to be a bad mamma jamma when she's done. So I'll give you a quick walk around of what it is. I'll even give you a quick little look at the interior. That is the massive dog box that I built to go around the bell housing, and then the engine. The seats are out of, I believe, a 2006 Scion XB, the refrigerator box looking things. The center console is out of a 2002 Chevy pickup truck. Steering column is a custom steering column. The steering wheel I found, believe it or not, on Amazon, so I scooped that up. I bought the steering column off Amazon too. There's actually an episode farther back on my channel. If you're interested in the steering wheel or the steering column, there's actually an episode of me installing that. So that is just a quick little walk around and rundown of the truck. So that is where we are going to end today's episode. I would have liked to have the body all the way down on the frame, but such is life. Obviously, when you're building something custom, you're going to have speed bumps along the way, and honestly, you kind of just have to chuckle and laugh at them and take them as they come, and we'll work through it. It's not really a big deal. It was a successful day. We did have a few sketchy little moments there lifting the thing up, so you know, thankfully we had a safe day. The body is now back on the truck. So not only did we get the body back on, but we've created more work for ourselves. So, or for myself, but it's just something that we have to laugh about. So my name is Paul Michael. Thanks for watching. This is Challenge to Build. Now I want you to go out and challenge your build, and I'll see you in the next episode.